The news of Jimin and Jungkook's scheduled departure to Japan immediately caught the attention of fans around the world. Although this information circulated without a detailed official announcement, the public response shows how strong the attraction of the two BTS members is. Japan is back in the spotlight as an important destination, not only because of its proximity to South Korea, but also because of the emotional and historical significance that has long been established between BTS and the country. As soon as this news emerged, social media timelines were filled with speculation, anticipation, and curiosity mixed with excitement. According to the story that developed among fans, the determination of this departure schedule was done with careful planning. Jimin and Jungkook are known to be disciplined and very attentive to detail. So many believe that this trip is not just a short visit without a destination. Some suspect that it is related to work activities. Others believe that this is part of a personal agenda that is still lived with high professionalism. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Their steps always attract attention because they carry an aura of calm and at the same time full of meaning. Japan itself has a special position in the career of Jimin and Jungkook. The country witnessed many important moments, from major concerts, music promotions, to warm interaction with local fans. Every visit to Japan often brings new memories attached to the heart of the army. Therefore, when the news of this departure appeared, many fans immediately recalled old moments full of emotions, as if this journey would open a new, no less memorable chapter. What makes this news feel even stronger is the dynamic of Jimin and Jungkook's relationship itself. The two are known to have a very close bond, built through years of intense rehearsals, stages, and life experiences. On various occasions, they've been seen supporting each other, both emotionally and professionally. Setting a departure schedule to Japan is seen as a continuation of the togetherness, a journey that involves not only physical movement, but also the process of sharing energy and spirit with each other. Army's reaction showed a broad spectrum of emotions. There is a sense of passionate enthusiasm, the expectation of new moments, as well as small concerns about fatigue and the pressure that may be faced. Many fans wrote messages of support, wishing Jimin and Jungkook a safe, healthy, and happy journey. In the midst of comments and uploads, there are also reflections on how quickly time passes and how much responsibility they now bear as global figures. Interestingly, this news is not wrapped in excessive hype. It is precisely the simplicity of the information about the departure schedule that makes it feel real and close. There are no flashy, glamorous details, just the fact that two very publicly known individuals are preparing for a trip. But from simplicity comes a deep meaning. For fans, Jimin and Jungkook's every step is part of a long journey they have followed over the years. In a broader context, setting this schedule also reflects professionalism and consistency. Jimin and Jungkook are known to always prepare themselves seriously, whatever the agenda that will be undertaken. This has led many to believe that the departure to Japan was not a spontaneous decision, but the result of careful consideration. Japan became a strategic stopover point, both emotionally and symbolically, in the midst of a growing career dynamic. Over time, this talk of scheduled departures turned into a more reflective discussion. Fans began to discuss the meaning of travel, change, and growth. Many see Jimin and Jungkook as the representation of a generation that continues to move forward, facing global challenges with calmness and constancy. This trip to Japan, while seemingly simple, is seen as part of the process, a small step on a much larger journey. Until now, the anticipation continues to be felt. The army waited with mixed feelings, between being curious and wanting to keep their distance out of respect for privacy. Jimin and Jungkook's eventual departure to Japan is not just about the date and destination, but about the trust, support, and strong emotional bond that exists between the artist and his fans. In silence, this trip has touched many hearts, proving that even the simplest news can bring deep resonance when it comes to the figure that the world loves. The anticipation of Jimin and Jungkook's departure to Japan grew more pronounced as time went on. Every hour that passes makes the curiosity of fans grow stronger, not because of the thirst for sensations, but because of the desire to understand the meaning behind the trip. Many see this moment as an important break, a transition that may bring small but significant changes in the personal and professional journeys of both. Japan, with all its memories and emotional nuances, is back as a meaningful setting on various platforms. Fans began to recall the moments when Jimin and Jungkook had previously set foot in Japan. There are memories of concerts filled with cheers. There are also portraits of togetherness that are quieter but leave an impression. Each of those memories now feels like pieces of a puzzle that are slowly coming together, forming a narrative that this journey is not just a routine. It is seen as a step that carries a weight of hope as well as an opportunity to find calm amid the global pressures that continue to follow them. Jimin and Jungkook's own relationship is an indispensable highlight of this story. The two are often described as having a natural growing bond, filled with mutual trust and understanding. On various occasions, they have been seen sharing laughter, fatigue, and support without many words. The decision to leave for Japan made many fans imagine how they might strengthen each other behind the scenes, share simple conversations about travel, or simply enjoy being together in the middle of a busy day. What makes this story even more emotional is the fans' awareness of the severity of the roles carried by Jimin and Jungkook. As public figures with global influence, their every move is often interpreted, analyzed, and talked about. In such a situation, a trip to Japan is seen as a space to keep moving forward without losing one's identity. Many soldiers wrote that they hoped this trip would give both of them a chance to breathe, even if only for a moment. The discussion moved in a more philosophical direction. Some fans highlight how the physical journey often reflects the inner journey. Departure to Japan, with all its symbolism about proximity and distance, is considered part of the maturing process. Jimin and Jungkook are no longer seen as mere idols, but as individuals who are constantly learning, changing, and adapting to the world that demands so much of them. Interestingly, despite such enthusiasm, there is also a note of caution emerging among fans. Many remind each other not to go overboard, to respect privacy, and to accept that not everything needs to be known in detail. This attitude reflects the maturity of the ARMY community that grew up with BTS, understanding that love and support do not always have to be manifested under close scrutiny. As the departure time approached, the atmosphere was getting quieter but hopeful. There was no official countdown, no big celebration, just a quiet but emotion-laden wait. Fans wrote short prayers, wishes of safety, health, and happiness. In the silence, a strong bond is felt between Jimin, Jungkook, and the millions of people who follow their journey from a distance. In the end, Jimin and Jungkook's scheduled departure to Japan became a story about movement and taste. It's not just about two big names traveling to different countries, but about human relationships forged through music, time, and shared experiences. This journey, whatever its purpose, has already touched the hearts of many before it really began. In the simplicity of the news, there is a deep resonance, reminding everyone that every step, no matter how small, can carry great meaning when it is lived with sincerity and supported by sincere love.